walking right into a trap. As any fan of college football knows, when you go on the road, you never know what you might run into. Welcome to Cajun Country in Lafayette, Louisiana, home to the Ragin Cajuns of Louisiana. As we'll see a participant from last year's playoff, the Oklahoma Sooners, taking on another unit from Big 12, the Louisiana Ragin Cajuns. For EA Sports College Football, I'm East Davis State Apology and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Sooners will get us started with the opening kickoff. Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was looking for some running room and not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. Though the Ragin Cajuns offense will get the ball first, and it was a rough showing last week, and it all started with the quarterback, Jesse.
Yeah, he looked lost when that last game out. I thought the defense did a really good job of confusing him, mixing up their looks and their pressure, so...
Oh, he's got some space. He'll get up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped and it'll be first down. To the ground, he's got it again. He is going nowhere. Sorry, the line of scrimmage. Lost one on that last play at 2nd and 11. They'll ride the running back and leave him in it. And tackle here by the defense. And the Ragin Cajuns come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. They'll try and get the first through the air. Grabs it in the middle. He's brought down, but there's a flag on the field. Let's see what the call is. A solid day on that one, and it goes for naught as the penalty will back them up. On 3rd and long, trying to convert through the air. And now the incomplete. They certainly weren't afraid to take a shot there. Now it's 4th down. The Ragin Cajuns will line up to punt it away. They'll boot it into the night sky for the first time. Fair catch called for and picked it at the 30-yard line. So Oklahoma's offense will take the field for the first time. They'll start this drive with pass. Almost had the completion. Chalk missed it. Behind the gates now on 2nd and long. He let the thing fly quickly, but he couldn't make the connection. And got to come up with a big play on this 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Complete to the left. That's the kind of play that can really get you going as they have a first down at the 43.
When you're a playmaker like this guy is, your coaches are going to dial up plays intended for you, especially on 3rd down. That's what you saw in that last play. There was no question where the quarterback was going with that football. All week long they decided, on the biggest downs of this game, we're going to target our best player, and we're going to make sure that he gets looks. It doesn't matter what the coverage is, and you saw it right there on that play.
They'll leave it with him. Knocked down after a gain of 1 to the 27. And the Sooners in a hurry up.
And that job being gassed out by this defense. Here you go. Watch what this offense does. They'll get right on the ball and they'll go really quick, so you gotta be prepared.
Did everything he could to disarm the tacklers, but he was just able to get back to where he started. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. Fires to the wideout. And the deflection by the defense, great play on 3rd down, brings us to 40. The send off the kicker here. He'll try to put up the 3 ball from 43 yards away. Narrow it out. And the first points of the day come on that field goal.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd they get loud. That's the way it's been so far. But they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute, put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
Didn't find any crease in that kickoff. Coverage and he'll be stopped up at 17. Out of the gun, the running back has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wake it back to the line of scrimmage. Didn't get much on first down, it's 2nd and 9. Wants to go up top. Dances away. Breaks into the open. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding. And the Ragin Cajuns come to the line on 3rd down, trying to keep this drive alive. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. They get a flash and it pays off the sack in the 20.
Oh, it's just such a missed opportunity for this offense. It's 3rd and 1, and you're trying to trick the defense by taking a shot. Defense dials in the blitz, but you just like to think that your offensive line, running backs, and tight ends can get that pick up to give QB a shot to check it deep.
The Ragin Cajuns will punt it away on 4th down. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Hauls it in, looking for space. They make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. Here come the Sooners ready to go on offense. So they've put up some early points and now to build on this 3-0 lead. Inside the 35. Defense needs to regroup as he gets it down to the 26. Looking for a productive play on 1st down. Here's his offense with the first set of downs. He's got it on the right. Spins away from the defender. Headed to the end zone. And he cruises his way to the house. Touchdown Sooners! Timing and better execution, that is just what a quarterback and wide receiver need.
And it's timing, it's route running, right? You gotta be precise, you gotta know exactly what yard you're running to, the quarterback, receiver, on the same page. That's why you get the touchdown.
He'll try to tag on one more. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead on a little further. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. And he's come down to the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Now they've got breathing room, not 6 all the way out to the 20. They'll pull it on the read. Not much running room here facing this senior defender. And the Ragin Cajuns lining up, just needing a few tough inches on 3rd down. Looking to throw for it. And at the incompleted defender all over and knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up. The Ragin Cajuns decide to punt it away. They'll look to pin him deep. Hand goes into the air for the fair catch, and the catch is made around the 40. And the offense back on the field, ready to dial up ball plays. From the gun, running back on the move. He's going to lose a yard on that one. The Sooners want to pick up the tempo.
Nice job by this defense creating that negative play. That's what all defenses want to do. But look at this. This offense, they ain't scared. Right back on the ball, ready to run another play, ready to make this defense work.
That penalty moves the ball back 10 yards, will be played down. 2nd down coming up. Back to pass. Got rid of it in a hurry, but he couldn't find his man. It's incomplete. Now this offense facing a 3rd and long from their own 30. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. Another incompletion on 3rd down. The Sooners will call on it punt team. Bring it out, they got stuck in reverse. They hope to punt and bail them out. open this drive with a pass. Fiery to the right, complete. And a good job of coverage by that defense just a short pickup. So now it's second and long. They'll go to the ground. Runs through the tackle. Got the first down. Looking for more. Oh, he's getting ahead of steam. And they got the defense on that one and they get it to the 29-yard line.
You talk about creating big plays in the running game like this. This makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, it's hard to bring down in the open field. What a big game for the offense.
And the Ragin Cajuns just got that huge run. They love another explosive play. Sends back in motion. Wants to go up top on first down. He's got him in the flat. Didn't pick up a lot there, moving forward just a few. Now on second down. It's complete to the left. And this one will be stopped for no gain. They moved it to the 25 and now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. And he's incomplete on third down. They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. And he'll need a little distance and accuracy, a 42-yarder from the left hash. It's good. This is now a 7-point game. Hey, listen, y'all know the move everywhere. How I feel about kickers. Don't always love needing it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep dropping up there. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get it on the ground at the 20. Wide field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. They'll run the counter. He's in open space downfield, still on his feet. And they finally came down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The defense calls the timeout, their second of the day as they try to get their act together. It'll be a first down from the 49-yard line. They'll ride the hot hand. They'll pick up 4, second and 6 coming. And the Sooners come to the line in the hurry up. That was a big game, but look at the offense. Right back on the ball, ready to call a play, ready to go fast. Leaves it with the back. And they're able to shove him to the turf as they stop him for a short gain. The Sooners come to the line on third and short, trying to keep the drive alive. They'll send it back in motion. Third down play from the gun. Using a quick game. Putting together a real scoring threat here as they pick up the first down at the 36.
Well, we know this guy is special, and because of that, his quarterback is looking...
There he goes! Finally corralled and not before, he picks up the first down. The Sooners come to the line after ripping off that huge gain on the ground, trying to keep it going. On the option. Here's the handoff. He fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. It'll be second down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Back to pass on second down. Got his man on the outside. That throwing cash gets him down to the 6, and the defense is running out of answers. Out of the shotgun on third down. Fires to the end zone. And he's in for the touchdown, and hang on just a second. There is a flag on the field. Take it off the board and back it up. This penalty will wipe away the touchdown. How about these new running games so far? Dominance on the ground as we look at the first quarter stats. They are started here in the second. They had a chance to talk over this third down play to open the period. Quick release by the QB. And he'll take it in and house it. Touchdown, Oklahoma! Backed up in the shadow of their own goalpost, no problem. When you start the black zone inside your own 20 coming out, it's difficult. You can get up the safety, you get worried about that. The offense puts a great drive together, great job executing, great job getting a touchdown. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. And for a quick update with Kevin Connors in the studio. Dynamite matchup this week in the American fellas. Let's show you what's going down. Liberty is in front. They've led for most of the way. However, Sparky isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by a field goal over East Carolina. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this clash in the American you should know about. Oh, how about that? I'm down and those guys will be keeping an eye on for us. Takes his way ahead, pick up a 3, get to the 20-yard line. Handoff to the single back. Stop at the 25 after a 5-yard gain. The Ragin Cajuns are at the line looking to convert on 3rd and short. They'll move the tight end. They'll try to drive ahead on 3rd and short. He'll move his way forward to the first down. They'll mark it at the 35. And the Ragin Cajuns come to the line with a new set of downs. They'll try to run. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. Last play was a near disaster, now dealing with 2nd and 13. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. A stop and cold maybe gets a yard to the 34. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. And it's incomplete, but the penalty flag has fallen in the holding zone. Let's see what the call is. So the penalty will not be enforced. The defense stands on the result of the play. The Ragin Cajuns will send out the punt unit. 4th time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. Just needs a crack to get a return. And the coverage team able to make the tackle. Gives it on the option. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple. And the Sooners moving quickly to the line.
Well, the defense didn't have a lot of time to celebrate that last big play because here's the offense right away back at the line of scrimmage, ready to roll again with tempo.
They stopped him almost immediately. Short gain there instead of a little ground and cover to pick up the first. Wide receiver going in motion. On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. He holds one deep down the left side. And he was supposed to go for a chunk play, but the long pass is incomplete. The Sooners send out the punt unit. This will be the 2nd time they've had to kick it away. Fair catch called for and made around the 20-yard line. Louisiana has it back and the Ragin Cajun offense headed to the field. That last drive fizzled out, Desi. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did, and David, they're just gonna have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defensive riddle, understanding what they're trying to do to you, and attack them. Oh, he's ready to take a shot. And now the incomplete as the pass is not the way. There is a penalty flag down. Let's see who
Good job by the QB there, using his cadence, using his clapping, trying to get this defense offside.
On the ground. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. They've already punted 4 times in this game, and they're about to run the guy out there for a 5th time if they don't pick. He tosses one high and deep down the left side. And they wanted it all on third down, now dealing with fourth down. And the Ragin Cajuns will try to pin them back with the punt. This will be the 5th pick of the night. On the move, looking for a little sliver of hope. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. Makes the grab along the sidelines and they get enough for the first down. Here comes a hurry up. And another big play from a Sooner receiver. We've seen that before. Some places you might get grades like C, D, all A pluses here.
And he grabbed it like a lamb and serving up busted chops like you've seen this offense do so many times in the past.
Moving closer to the red zone, he's got the 27 on first down. Bolster fires to the left.
Nice completion here to this wide receiver. You're going to see this receiver line up in different spots all over the field all game long. Defense has got to keep their eye on where this guy is because they know he's a big part of this offense's success.
Unloads quickly. Now the connection takes it to the 11. The Sooners will hustle to the line. They'll run the option. Leaves it with the running back. He's brought down at the 7-yard line and they are threatening to take it in. Going to work on second down in the red zone and still some ground to cover to pick up that first down. Looking for a physical attack from the back. That is a big win for this defense as they were right there as soon as he got the ball. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. And the catch and run into the end zone. Touchdown Sooners. They want to finish the season strong, and man are they doing that here in this Big 11 performance. Lining up for the PAT. The kick is up and good and put one more on the lead. Kickoff unit getting some extra work as this lead has really grown. And he'll just take it in. This drive will start with the 25. Here comes the Louisiana offense onto the field. There's still plenty of time. You see that 21-point deficit and there is a sense of urgency now. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Keeping it on the ground with a single back. Got enough for the first and he's still going. That's the kind of play that can really get you going if they get it out to the 36. Looking downfield off first down. He's got him. And they get to him and knock him down to prevent a bigger gain. The Ragin Cajuns with a second and short to keep this drive moving. Shoots it to the left. He makes a catch. Really putting together a threat now. They've had the first hit down to the 37. Passing game got this drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Use the play fake, now the throw. And the defense picked up a sack. Getting the quarterback down at the 44.
This defense, they are tenacious. And you've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and they can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
And the Ragin Cajuns with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Quick completion to the right. And a good job in coverage there. They stop it after just a few. We've reached the 2-minute timeout and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Here comes the third down situation and the defense has had no answer so far. He lost it high and deep down the left side. Got it! And he'll run out of bounds just short of goal. I wanted to get it in but couldn't quite get home. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. out on first and goal. And he's brought down at the line of scrimmage, and the ball will stay at the 2. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Can the D deny it on second and goal? Tries again to get it in. And to the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Cajuns!
And you just know that offense, they needed that touchdown to try to bring some momentum. Hasn't been going great early in this game, but a nice job being visible at the point of attack and pay it off with the score. And maybe that's just the play they needed to turn this thing around.
Ready to try the point after. And the extra point pulls them closer. It's 24-10. So a drive there of 82 yards. And finish the deal with a short touchdown run from the 2. Prime inside the 10. Here he comes. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Makes the quick grab. And just a short, safe pass play to pick up a few. They're dealing with a second and long. Pulls and fires complete to the right. And he gets it up to the 36. It'll be a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. And that incomplete pass caused by the big hit on first down, second down coming. What will they dial up on second and a long way to go? They'll throw again after the incompletion. Working that left side now. Is Junior making his presence felt and making the stop after a short gain. He's got the back in the middle. The offense calls timeout. It's the second one they've used this half.
It is so good for an offense early in the game to get in a rhythm and to start stringing first downs together. It makes the game really easy and puts that defense in a situation where they're starting to get tired. They want to sub, they want to get other guys in the field. String first downs together like this makes it hard to defend.
The offense quickly calls timeout to stop the clock. So with only seconds left in the half, here comes the field goal unit. Maybe being on the right hash will help him swing that big leg for this 54-yard penalty. It is true as he puts the knee on the board. And now the lead is extended over the front. We've played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update. Alright guys, looks like we've got a great atmosphere today in Lafayette. And how can we begin our analysis of that first half without singing the praises of one of the elite backs in football, racking up huge numbers on the ground, even throwing the occasional block. This kid is the total package. And if this defense doesn't adjust its strategy, he could be headed towards a career day. And with that, let's send it back to the fellas inside Our Lady of Lords Stadium. He'll bring it back from inside the spot. The Sooner offense returns to the field. They opened this third quarter on top and they built the lead on the strength of that running game.
And they made a huge step.
Turning it on! Lloyd pick up a little bit short of the sticks. And the Sooners want to crank the tempo. Leaves it with the back. Nice pickup on the ground here. They'll move the sticks with a first down. Moving quickly, try to rattle the D.
And after giving up a long run defensively, they don't have a chance to substitute now. They've got to get ready to go because the offense is going tempo.
And the defense snows him under after a very short game.
And after that run, getting right back up to the line of scrimmage to go hurry up, defense has to be ready.
He'll deep it himself. And a nice solid pickup there before the defense wrestles him to the ground. The Sooners come to the line on third and short, looking to keep the drive moving. Snap from the gun on third down. Swings it out to the flat. And he is going to lose yardage. Nowhere to run as he is forced out of bounds. They'll decline the penalty here and let the result of that play stand. The Sooners will punt this one away. And the punt hits at the seg, and they can't down it, and it'll be a touchback. To the ground with the back. Running hard and getting 6 yards out to the 26. The Ragin Cajuns can really attack on this second and short. They try to pop a run on the draw. He moves the chains and they'll mark the ball at 33. With the first down, they'll put it in play from the 33. Use the play fake, now the throw. And that one's incomplete. Worth taking a shot there, but couldn't hook up. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. If the quarterback's a little on target there, maybe they hook up, but it's an incompletion. And this offense just can't afford not to get the first down here. Already trailing big, he's gonna throw it right side. Oh, he had it, the deep ball was there, and it just trickled through his fingers. And the Ragin Cajuns line up to punt it away. You've seen a lot of the punt teams 6 times tonight. He'll field the punt and try to get some yardage. The Brothers team was down able to corral him and able to stop it and block it at the 39. Here comes the Sooner offense back onto the field. Finds his tight end. He steps out of bounds right at the 45-yard line, and now they're starting to put things together. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
Yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they seldom lock for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, and they get good matchups, and man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
And it's an incomplete pass on the deep shot.
The flag is down. Let's check the call.
The defense happy with how that last play turned out. They'll decline the penalty. And the Sooners will bring the punt team onto the field. He's getting a lot of work. 4th time he's punted tonight. Catches it at the 15. Quick step and go. Very little will make the crowd hold its breath like a pumpkin herd, and he brought them to their feet on that. Back in motion, try to clear the picture. They'll crank up this drive with a pass. Rush coming in hot, and they got it at the 29.
And how about the defense getting home with the pass rush? Playing man coverage in the back end. You need to win up front. Those guys got to get to the quarterback. Do a great job rushing the passer. I can play man when I got a pass rush like that.
The Ragin Cajuns now with a long way to go to pick up the first down. Gonna swing it on second down. And the pressure's coming in, and they get him again.
And this offensive line's gotta do a better job. Man, you gotta protect your quarterback. Listen, this offense is not playing great. They gotta somehow find a way to start to get something together here in the second half.
Now a lot of work to do to move the chains, keep this drive alive after that earlier sack. On 3rd and long, doesn't need to take the check down. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete and 4th down coming. And the Ragin Cajuns will line up to punt it away. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Good job out of coverage unit, put a stop to that return. So Oklahoma has it again, and here comes the offense. Last time they had it, didn't pick up the first down. Let's see if they can put something together here. Quick strike complete. They stopped him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on second down here. He'll do it himself. Sweet cut there. Just making a play, getting it to the 23-yard line, it'll be first down. The Sooners want to move quickly.
And that is why this guy is a true dual-threat quarterback. You've seen him all game, hurting them with his arm, already over 200 yards passing. And how about his running ability now? And flashing that on the option play. There's a variety of ways he can take the game over, and the defense is figuring that out fast.
He's piled up 82 yards rushing, and that should be no surprise. He's been among the nation's elite all season. He rumbled all the way down to the 2-yard line. He gave him a little bit of everything on that one. Goes to the option. This time he doesn't get loose, and finally the defense gets him balled up behind the line. After getting knocked back, his second goal from the 4. Makes the catch. That completion has them right on the doorstep. They'll mark it at the 1. They've moved it right to the precipice of a score, and they need 1 more yard. Touchdown, Oklahoma! And the pulling has started.
And how about this offensive line? 3rd and goal, you gotta have it. They flew off of the ball, they got some push. They made that easy on their running back to score that touchdown.
On to attempt to try. And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. We checked in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, wanted to give you a quick update on a game happening in the American. Liberty is in front. They led for most of the way. However, Sparky isn't exactly putting this one in the win column just yet. They're up by just 2 over East Carolina. Ought to be fun, fellas, to see how things play out in this notable matchup in the American.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. Wide receiver comes in motion. Second down, they'll go to the air. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure here that sort of threw them out of rhythm. 3rd down in this offense already in a world of trouble. They could really use a conversion, not to mention multiple scores. Active hands from the defense forcing that incomplete pass. The Ragin Cajuns will punt away on 4th down. Now on the return. He was hoping for a little more running room, but they're able to get him down at the 45. Time for the Sooner offense to go back to work. Off the base, they got 1st down to throw. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there for his 2nd down. Couldn't make the connection last time. Let's see if they throw it again. Got his man on the right. Oh, he's got some space. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a 1st down.
Man, this guy is so dynamic, and that's why you want to try to get him the ball as many ways as you can. That time at the screen throw, he had some nice blocks downfield, but with his speed and elusive running ability, this dude is dangerous.
To the air on 1st down. And it's incomplete, but there's a flag in the backfield. Let's see who the call's on. Amazing how many times an offensive holding penalty will stall a drive. We'll see if the offense can overcome it. He's looking to throw. He put it out there for him, and the senior gave him a chance, but it couldn't make the connection. Offense gets set for 2nd down. Looking to fire. All kinds of room to throw that one in there. Strong, firm tackle. The Sooners come to the line on 3rd and short, hoping to keep the drive alive. On 3rd and short, they keep it on the ground here. And boy, is he close to that 1st down, maybe just a couple of inches short. Less than a yard to go for a 1st down, and the offense will remain on the field. Good work, Top 4 and he's still going. And make the stop, but he'll have enough yardage for a 1st down. And the Sooners are on the move. Here's a quick throw out to the left. He is going nowhere. stop at the line of scrimmage. The give to the tailback. Got some room into the goal line. And he runs it in for the score. Touchdown Sooners!
Anytime you got a successful run play on the ground, you've got to have great blocking up front. The offensive line, receivers, everybody doing their job. And that helped lead to the home run.
Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. And the extra point is good. They put together a 65-yard drive for the score. Kickoff unit on field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Here he comes with a return. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. First play of the drive was to throw. Quickly to the tight end. And the defense had them a well covered just a short gain there. As they get set to snap it, just about to reach the end of the quarter. They'll run play action. Zips it out to his man. That's enough for the first down, but I'm sure they'll get another play off here in the third quarter. He reached the quarter eight with Oklahoma on top. And as we switch ends of the field, let's take a quick look at the national rankings. I guess if you're an optimist, the stage is set for a massive fourth quarter comeback. They go back to work in the final period of this one. Looking to throw on first down. And he can't make the connection on his first attempt. Let's see if he settles down. Plenty of work to do here on second and long. Misfired on the last play, they'll go back to the air. Under fire. That pressure not doing it, he just had to check it out of bounds. Now facing a third and long. From the gun, wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. And they'll stop him about 5 yards short of the first. Coach has no choice here. The offense has to stay on the field, down multiple possessions this late. Fourth down attempt coming. And a nice grab there, big pickup down to the 35-yard line. Watch the throw on first down. Makes the grab. Knocked out at the 25-yard line. Picked up 10 there and get the first down. And the Ragin Cajuns come to the line with a fresh set of downs. It's complete on right side. That's it inside the 10. Out of bounds and an eye after they pick up on that one. Maybe this will breathe a little life into this offense, which has been flatlined in the second half. Here's first and 10. Using his feet to buy time. And the quarterback is knocked down back at the 13.
You could easily argue the biggest reason this team is trailing here in the second half is because they've not been able to protect their quarterback tonight. They've already given up 5 sacks in a game, and you just saw another one right there. This offensive line has had problems all night long.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Wants to go up top. And that pass will be jarred loose on second down. That brings up third down. Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll take this into the end zone, but hang on just a second. Flag down. Let's see what this is about. At this point, the way things have gone in this one, they're probably not surprised. You make a play and they'll wipe it out on the penalty. The play action fake. Pressure coming. Just too much heat that time, and they knocked him down at the 31.
This quarterback is thinking to himself, I need to get an NIL deal at some restaurant so I can take my offensive line out and feed them more, because I don't think they like me very much right now. I've been sacked 6 times in this game. It's time to get that new NIL deal paycheck.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And they couldn't connect on the deep shot. Let's see if things get worse. There's a flag on the field. Which way is this gonna go? This offense plenty happy enough with the result of that play, so they just let the official put that flag back in his pocket and decline the penalty. The give from the gun. They get it at the 42, but he picked up 10 there. They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. And the defense forced that incompletion with an deflection. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on 2nd down. Motion from the back. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Unloads to the wideout. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it. Zings it complete to the right. Breaks into the open. They'll move the chains. Good execution. 3rd down. They've got it at the 41. The Sooners are flying down the field. Quarterback on the keeper.
This is one of the things that's hard about stopping the option. That wasn't a big gain, but you look up, and they're in 2nd and short, 2nd and medium. They push you behind the sticks consistently as a defense. This defense has to be aggressive, make sure they get to this quarterback, and make him make good decisions.
The Sooners come to the line trying to find a way to convert on 3rd and very short. All down, but they'll move the sticks as he picked up the 1st down. Wants to go up top on 1st down. And he'll chuck that one away and save the down. Nobody was able to get open. Back up now, here's 2nd and long. Back to pass. It's complete to the right.
What's important in this game, this offense gets the running back involved out in the perimeter of space where he can do some damage. That time they got to him throwing the football. He picked up a couple of yards, but it gives the defense something to think about.
Bringing the heat. And it's an incomplete pass over the middle. And this kicker has had a busy night. The field goal unit is out there for the 3rd time. Going right down the boulevard. Well, that's just piling on. Not the penalty kind, just the mean kind.
And they just tack on more points to this big lead. Listen, 4th quarter was sitting extremely pretty. All we gotta do, not give up big plays, make them earn everything they get the rest this way, and we looking pretty good.
Out of the end zone. I imagine he's gonna get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. They'll start this drive going to the air, working at wide receiver screen. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Gets it out quickly. Or there might have been trouble if they had knocked him down so quickly. The Ragin Cajuns line up trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. And a missed opportunity on 3rd down as the defense knocks it free and 4th down is coming up. And the Ragin Cajuns decide to punt it away. Let's see if he can help the coverage team out with this one. Base the signal secures a fair catch, no put him way in the 37. So here comes the Oklahoma offense. Guys, that last trip a little disappointing having to take the 3. He's picked off and he's thrown a dozen of them. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back.
It's all about making plays, and this guy's been waiting to make his mark on this team. He gets his 1st interception of the season, and what a momentum-changing play for his team.
Okay, So here comes the offense returning to the field. Looking downfield on first down. He just got rid of that one, saved it down, didn't see anything he liked. Working well behind the sticks on second down. Couldn't connect on first down, now back to the end. And the timing just a hair off. It'll be third and long. On the gun, wants to pass. And the deflection by the defense brings out fourth down. The Ragin Cajuns will call on their punt team. They'll try to really get into this one. Boy, they had a chance to track that thing down, but it bounces into the end zone for a touchdown. Guys, we'll get another look at this Oklahoma offense. They'll run the RPO and throw it right. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit of time to get to that first down marker.
I just continue to be impressed watching this guy play. Good decision making, very accurate. He's obviously got a lot of talent surrounding him, so no surprise that last completion is now over 3,000 yards on the year.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and they have this game in hand right now. We'll see just how aggressive they want to be on offense. Let's see what they've got on second down. Looking to fire. On target over the middle. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down. Right snap. Runs through a tackle. Has the first down marker and still light. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picked up some valuable ground. They'll give it to him again. He makes the stop at the 33, but 10 yards on that play and the first down. Well, this one had all the suspense of a bug hurtling his baseboard windshield, and they did splatter them and absolutely dominating performance.
Gotta give the coaching staff a ton of credit. They obviously had their guys ready to play, motivated, right from the opening kick. All three phases we saw, just spectacular football. No mental mistakes, David. You really can't play better.
Nah, it's really fun to do this. Come out and just dominate opponents, start from finish. Nothing to worry about. You just know you're better. You're gonna do you. Put up a bunch of points and win by a lot of points. Thanks so much for spending some time with us. For David Powell, Confessy Palmer, I'm Reese Davis, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.